Hey guys, happy Friday. I recorded this training for those of you who are putting together your giving season emails. So this video is for you if you haven't spoken to your donors in a while and you need to reestablish your relationship with them. And also it's for you if you need to plan your Giving Tuesday campaign. So there are 3 emails that you must send between now and the end of the year. And the reason is simple. Research shows that donors who receive emails, regular emails, from organizations that they support are more likely to be repeat donors and to tell others about you and what you do, which leads, of course, to an extended donor network. And I'll give an example here. So years ago on the Oprah Show, and I've spoken about this before, there was a sit down with the leadership of Heifer International, which is a nonprofit organization that does work in international spaces, empowering women through agriculture. And so I was so moved by what I saw that day that I wanted to tell everyone about it. At the time, I didn't have kids, but when I did have kids, by then I was already like a convert. I adored this organization. And anytime Christmas would roll around, they would send a little book around Christmas time, and there would be stories from families and communities throughout the world where they had helped women empower their communities. And it was a really cool thing because you can show, young children, hey, you can donate $50 that we've saved from, money that we've gotten from grandma this year. And this can buy a family a goat or a set of chicks or even, bees, for example. So this was a great story that I can tell to others. And without knowing it, I was there, campaigning for Heifer International. So the point that I'm making here is you want to be in the hearts and minds of your donors and subscribers this season. You want them to be telling others about you. And why? Because donors are people just like you. I am a nonprofit consultant, but I'm also a donor to several organizations, whether it's repeat donors or one-offs when I'm in, the online spaces and I see an event that's going on with an organization that I think is worth pouring into, I often will just impulsively donate to it. So donors are people just like you. They respond to moving narratives, moving stories. They respond to transparency. So you have to show them, right? Because once the donors hit that donate button or sign a check, they're likely not there when you are doing the work that you do, when you are tutoring the children or providing meals or helping a mother in distress or helping someone get back on their feet, find work, pay their rent, etc. They're not there when you're doing that. But the reason that you're able to do that is because of the support of them and others like them. So they like to see the transparency, and they like to be valued and thanked and informed about their role in your success. And so let's jump right in because this is a quick training, and I want you to have the energy to go ahead after we go through the training and actually have someone write the emails and schedule them, or you write them yourselves, because as nonprofit leaders, I sometimes understand you write the emails too. So the 3 ways we're going to nurture our donors this season, the 3 types of emails. The first one being the temperature check, which is exactly what it sounds like. The Thanksgiving email. Yes, you do have to send one of those, and the freebie. So let's get started with the temperature check. This is your survey or temperature check, and it's used to build alignment with you and the donor. If you think of why and when your temperature gets checked, when you go to see the doctor or now when you go into any building, they're checking to see how you are. So in the same idea is here. I want you to tell your subscribers and donors about an issue that's facing the organization. It could be some legislation that's coming down or rules and regulations that are changing. You want to get their temperature. You also want to inform them. And so by their temperature, I mean, you want to gauge how they feel about this new information that you're sharing with them. Because the goal is for you as the organization to get on their radar and for them to put you on their radar by sharing with others. Give them something to talk about at those holiday parties, the same way that I had something to talk about Heifer International and the great work that they did. Give them something to talk about at their parties. And you can do this via a simple survey right in the email. Agree or disagree. So X is happening, this law is happening that's going to affect us in this way. Hey guys, do you agree or disagree? We are planning to advocate for or against, depending on the situation. Would you support those efforts? But in this email, you're not asking for their support. All you're doing is building that rapport, building that relationship, letting them know, here's what we care about, and we know you care about it too because you support us. Here's how we like to move forward, and can we, would be able to count on your support. Just a rapport building email. You're not running into the ask here. There'll be opportunities for that in your future emails. Your Thanksgiving email. Do exactly as it says. You're going to give thanks. Tell your donors and subscribers just how much you value them. Everyone wants to know that the work that they do, the donations that they make, the time that they've spent has gone on to do good. So share a story demonstrating how their support has helped you carry out your mission. And the goal of this email is simple: to show your impact. Like we said, they're not there when you are actually doing the work that you tell them that you do. They don't have any evidence of this unless you tell them. So in that Thanksgiving email, while everyone is in a good mood and enjoying the day, enjoying that weekend, here's what we've been able to do because of you. To show your impact, and of course, to continue to building the relationship with your donors and subscribers. In this email, here's a simple hack. You may want to add your donate link, because this is and this email should get there on or about Thanksgiving. So a day or two before and or on Thanksgiving. Make your ask in this email very specific. For example, help us feed a family this season. Donate. And as they click on that donate button, it takes them to a page where they can give $10, $5, $50, $1,000, whatever that is for your organization's goal. Or you may have a very specific Thanksgiving campaign or a Christmas campaign that you would like them to donate to. This is an email where you can do that after you've thanked them and showed graciousness, and let them see how it is that they help you with their continued support. And don't be leery about sending that Thanksgiving email. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's just another email. We get inundated with all these emails on Thanksgiving. Hey, you've got to be in it to win it. Let your email be one of those that they have to click on or skip over. Of course, in this email, you want it to look good. You want it to be pleasing to the eye. You want it to have a tagline that's going to want to draw them in. It may be simply, thank you. And if you're able to put the name of the individual donor when you set your emails up, that's even better. Make it personal. Have it signed by the executive director. Something to add here. So this may or may not be in your budget, but especially for your high givers, those donors, you want to make sure that they receive something by mail. Snail mail, the thing that we used to send, those work even today. Receiving a nice envelope that's signed by the executive director with a note saying how they've valued how the organization has valued what the donor has done, that always makes an impression. So think about doing that here as part of your Thanksgiving email campaign. So the third email that I want to get into is the freebie. This is the one that we know really well. As a matter of fact, you're in the middle of one right now. This is what I would consider one of my freebies. It is giving valuable information to my subscribers, to my followers, to those who have done business with me. I'm giving you something that I think that you can use in your business as a nonprofit. And the fact that you're listening shows that people will click on a thing that they consider to be valuable. So in this email, you will do the big ask, and you'll also give something of value. It may be an ebook, an early detection card for breast cancer, testicular cancer. I'm just giving ideas. Of course, this will differ according to what your organization does. It may be healthy recipes for nursing moms, a poster, a calendar template. Options are endless. Of course, you and your team will be creative. Do whatever works for you. The freebie email is to continue to build that relationship. And it also shows that folks are more likely to give in the future if they are given something prior. For example, part of the marketing for this email, for example, is I'm giving you valuable information that I'm sure if you use will increase the amount of donors that you have and increase the donations that you get this year if you are following, what I talk about in this video. That means in the future, so I've given you trustworthy information, you use it, and hey, now your donorship has gone up by 10%, 5% either. You made $50 more than you did last year, but it's an increase. You are more likely in the future when I have products and or services to purchase, to work with me, because I have given you valuable information that you've used and that has been successful. It is the same way of thinking as you nurture your donors and subscribers and try to grow that list. So those are the 3 ways that we're nurturing our donors with email this giving season. We are doing the temperature check where you let them know what's going on in your industry and take their temperature. Do you agree or disagree? How would you support us in this way? Would you support us? You're doing the Thanksgiving email where you're sharing with you how your donors have helped and you thank them wholeheartedly for what they've done. And of course, the freebie. As you share more seasonal good news, ask your donors to continue their support and to share some of that holiday cheer via, of course, the useful freebie that you will be sharing with them. And these 3 emails that you're sending you can have them turn into 6 emails, right? So you may do 2 temperature checks or 1 temperature check, 3 Thanksgiving, and then 1 freebie email, whatever works for you, as long as they follow this specific format. The goal here is, if you don't have a relationship with your subscribers that is consistent, you speak to them once a week, once a month, once every quarter, whatever works for you, that you're establishing that now, and you're looking to grow that in the future. So whatever you can attain, whatever you can do consistently, you're going to do that. And I'm practicing what I'm preaching here. Maybe once a week will work for your organization, or once a month. Do it consistently, keep the conversation going, and continue, of course, to promote your organization and what it does. Now, there were some things in the email that you may need help with as you listen. So you may need to find out, how can I get a survey into an actual email? So if you have any questions around that vein, please feel free to send me an email by replying to the one that this training is attached to. Of course, if you would like to see more training videos like this, or you have topics that you would like me to touch on, I'm more than happy to do so as I build my my training library that will allow you to go in through my new website and just click on trainings that might be helpful to you now and in the future. Of course, if you find this training to be helpful, please respond to me via email telling me how it helped you. And of course, if you implement these this season and you see an uptick in donations, or you see an uptick in the numbers of donors and subscribers, also share that with me, because of course it becomes social proof, right? Like when we do the things that we know to do and we do them consistently, they actually grow our business. And so if you have listened up until this point, we're now 12 and a half minutes in. I thank you for listening to today's freebie, 3 ways to nurture your donors with emails this giving season. Again, I'd love to hear your feedback. Please do so by responding to the email that accompanies this. And until the next time, see you then.